How old was the victim?
I think 9 years old.
My daughter is still not able to function in public. She's terrified of this is a lifelong thing for both girls.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Would the offender please state your full name and your Department of Corrections ID?
Michael Wayne Nicholas. My DOC number is 505-377.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Mr. Nichols, my name is Alvin Roche. To my left is Mrs. Bonnie Jackson. To my right is Mr. Pete Freeman.
Yes,
We're
sir.
we're the three that's going to compose your roll panel this morning. Let me explain the process to you. I will read some information into the record to verify that information. Once that information is in the record, we'll give the Tensar attention center staff a chance to make comments or remarks if they wish. Then we'll hear from opposition to your early release. You'll hear opposition from Alice Holliston, Ms. Amanda Riley, who would like to make a statement, and Amanda is the mother of the victim, and Ms. Amy Rona, and she would like to make a statement, and she's with the victim's mother, Ms. Brown. At the appropriate time, we'll call on those individuals to make their statement. At the very end, before we vote, Mr. Nichols, we will give you a chance to make a brief statement on your behalf. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Nichols, you are a second felony offender. You're currently, what, 63 years old?
Yes, sir.
And your offense is indecent behavior with a juvenile. You were originally sentenced on September 27, 2018, and you received a 5-year sentence. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You received 199 days of jail credit, and that sentence was suspended. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And you were arrested again on a technical violation in 2019. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Your parole date was April 28, 2021. You don't earn good time, and you have a full-term date in October. Matter of fact, October 28, 2023. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you're only within 4 or 5 months of your full-term release date. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the programs that you've completed since your incarceration.
I took a sex class and I took a anger management class.
Okay, so you completed all 4 phases
Yes,
of your
yes, sir.
sex offender treatment.
Yes, sir.
So what did you learn about yourself, Mr. Nichols? And what did you learn about the effects that this crime had on the victim?
Could have had drama on them, and I'm not in denial anymore. accept that what I did was my fault, and remorse to the family and to the victim. And I'm ashamed for what I did.
How old was the victim?
I think 8, 9 years old.
And a man in his late 50s committed a sex crime against an 8-year-old.
Yes, sir.
So tell me exactly, how did this happen?
We was just messing around, and we were just playing around, and she started putting my junk thing down, and I touched her, and she told her mama.
This is an 8-year-old. This is an 8-year-old. She
Right.
made a
Yes, sir.
mistake and
It's my
kept it
fault.
by her.
And it's my fault, and it's my fault, and it was all my fault. It wasn't her fault. It was me,
Okay, now,
and I accept responsibility for my action.
Mr. Nichols, let me explain something to you. We have expressed opposition from the DA's office. We have strong opposition from all law enforcement agencies. We have expressed opposition from the victim and the victim's family. You need some additional programs. The only programs that I see is anger management and sex offender treatment. Have you taken any other programs?
No, sir.
I think you need to take pre-release. I think you need to take victim awareness so you become fully aware of the effects that you had on an 8-year-old adolescent. And you were given the opportunity, the judge suspended your sentence, and you failed to register as a sex offender, and you were instructed to do so. And you got revoked. Am I correct on all of that?
Yes, sir. I was paying, but I just didn't have the money at the time. But I had paid some of it.
Okay, so, and you're gonna get out in 4 or 5 months. So
Yes,
what
sir.
you need in the next 4 or 5 months is to make sure you have enough money to register and you have a viable residential plan that will be approved by probation and parole. Because you can't live in proximity to a school, a nursery, a playground, and anything that caters to adolescents. You can't live within 1,000 feet, am I right? So you need to get a residency plan, and you need to make sure you have enough financial means to register as a sex offender. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Jackson,
No question.
Mr. Freeman?
No question.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to hear from Amanda Raleigh, the victim's mother.
He's trying to switch the mic.
And Ms. Allison, I did recognize you. You are a victim assistant coordinator, and we want to thank you for your work.
Tell me if you.
I don't have it.
Okay, so we can do a problem with everyone.
Hold on.
Yes,
We're gonna do it a second, get it to log back in.
Miss Allison,
Yes, sir.
how you doing?
Hi.
Good. We're gonna hear from Miss Amanda Riley first, and then Miss Ann.
Okay, Miss Amanda. Yeah, I was just checking to see if you and if you did classes, doesn't have to be visited.
Okay. He's completed all of his sex offender treatment. He's taken anger management. And his full-term date is October 28th of this year. October 28th, he will finish a complete 5 years on that day.
This girl,
Beg your pardon?
and you feel like she's.
Well, he appears to be very remorseful, and he has taken his sex offender treatment. Would you like to make a statement? Well, Ms.
Yeah, I still oppose of it getting out, but I mean, at this point, I guess.
Well, Ms. Riley is, on that particular date I gave you, he would have fulfilled his obligations. He has been sentenced to 5 years. That 5 years is up on October 28th, 2023. Would Ms. Amy like to make a statement?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm definitely opposed to this situation till this day. I will be, even on October 28th, where he had to suffer 5 years of what he deserved. My daughter and Ferris Riley and Zoe Gower both have to see mental health counselors now. They are both on medication. My daughter is still not able to function in public. She's terrified of this is a lifelong thing for both girls. She only has to sit back and relax with his feet up, take a few classes for 5 years. And I do not feel like when he comes out, I doubt he's any different. He's been doing this a long time, for years. I feel like we can at least protect some more girls, maybe even his grandchildren, for the next few months, if nothing else. We owe it to all the children. Give this to a child that was his, the other child. So what's going to stop you next?
Thank you, Ms. Roy. We appreciate your statement. Mr. Nichols, would you like to make a closing statement? And please address the board.
Said I'm in remorse for what happened. And I'm sincerely embarrassed, and hope the Lord forgive me.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Is the panel ready to vote? Mr. Nichols, based upon the proximity of your full-term date, based upon express opposition from the judge, the DA's office, law enforcement, adamant opposition from the victims and the victims' mothers, you need additional programs. My vote is to deny your request. Mr. Freeman?
I concur with Mr. Roger for the same reasons.
Mrs. Jackson?
My vote is the same, Mr. Nicholas and Mr. Nicholas. You know, you say you're sorry for what you did, and then when you start getting into it, you're really blaming the victim. She was 8 years old and she was pulling on something. Those girls were in the bed sleeping, and you went in there and you did something inappropriate, and you're still trying to blame them for what you did. I don't think you're ready now, but you know, you're gonna get out because in October you will have served your whole sentence, and so that you can't hold you in jail beyond that. But my vote today is to deny.
Mr. Nichols, you have received 3 votes to deny your request. Your request has been denied. You have a good day.
Thank you.
That's
All right.
That is our last case at Kensaw. 11:35 a.m.
Be sure to comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts.